I thought I was. I thought it was showing on the Google Meet. Can you see it, Eva? Okay, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, make sure we are starting. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this workshop, Learn the Basics of Google Drive. Hi, my name is James Mitchell. I'm a marketing intern here at Chico Start. We are a partnership with Growth Google, and Growth Google helps people uh, grow their skills, careers, and businesses by offering free digital skills, trainings, and tools. I'll talk to you about a few ways to keep your Google Drive neat and organized. This workshop is divided into different modules. During each module, however, I'll be demonstrating a step toward keeping your drive a little bit more tidy and organized. And at the end of each module, you'll have a chance to practice that step on your own computer. And don't forget to post and share on social using hashtag Grow with Google. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so what is Google Drive? Google Drive is an online location where you can safely store digital files that you create, you share, use, and download. It's a digital storage space that's included with your free Google account. So let's take a few moments to talk about how we store documents. So before computers, if you had an important paper document that you wanted to keep safe, like a resume, you might have placed it inside of a folder for safekeeping. But then you'd put the folder into a filing cabinet with all your important documents, and that filing cabinet might hold, hundreds of papers. Computers allowed by people. Um, the next one was computers. Computers allowed people to started storing documents digitally, and each digital document was called a file. And to keep that digital file safe, you had to give it a name and then save it. Next was the USB. For years, people would put their digital files into folders on the computers and then move that folder onto a disk or a removable drive for safekeeping. And now we have the internet or the cloud storage. The internet gives us a way to keep all our digital files safe and secure without any physical storage device um, presented. This means you can now store your resume or any other digital file on your Google Drive, which is a storage system based online in the cloud. You can now access your Google Drive from any device that's connected to the internet. Um, as storage devices have gone down in size over the years, the amount that they store has increased even more drastically. Google Drive takes up no physical space, but you can also use it to store any and every file that you've got. Okay, so our first step is to basically sign into your Google account. Um, to begin, by signing into your Google account, signing in is a bit like unlocking the door from your home. It's a process to make sure that only you can have access to your Google account. So it's pretty simple, straightforward. All you have to do is open a new tab in the browser window and then go to google.com. And if you're not signed in, you're going to click sign in. You're going to click show your username, and then after that, you're going to click, or then you're going to put in your password. Next, you're going to open your Google Drive. In this module, you'll have your own drive and take a look around it. But first, I'll show you how to do that, and then you'll try it yourself. So here's how to access your Google Drive once you've signed into your Google account. First, you're going to open the Google Maps icon on the right side of your screen. This menu will show you a list of Google apps. So you're going to scroll down until you find Google Drive, and then you're going to click on it. Your Google Drive icon may not be shown exactly where this one is. So keep scrolling until you see it. Click on it, and then you'll open your Google Drive. Now it's your turn. Open Google Drive. Now it's your turn to open your Google Drive. So if you don't have any files on your folder or folders in your Google Drive yet, it looks like this image. If you do have files or photos, you'll see them inside the drive. Now let's take a quick tour. If you created projects in Google applications such as Google Sheets or Google Docs, they'll all be stored here. So let's take a quick look at some of the main features of your drive. We'll be going over most of these areas in details in a bit later. This is the area, sorry, this is the area where your files and folders will be stored. You can click on any of the folders or files to open them up. This new button, however, is what you'll click to create a new file folder. This menu on the left side gives you quick options for sorting through your files, and then the search bar allows you to search for a file or folder by typing the words from its titles from the file itself. In this next module, you'll learn how to create a document in your Google Drive. Then you'll give your Google Drive, I mean, your you'll give your Google document a title, and then you'll type in a sentence uh, within the document. You'll use this document to learn how to keep your drive neat and organized. From your Google Drive, you can learn how to create a new Google Doc. Google Docs are text-based documents that you might use Google Docs to sorry to use to write a resume, to take notes, or to write a story. To create a Google Doc, you're going to click New, and then after that, you're going to click Google Docs, and from there, it should show you how to open a Google Doc. It's pretty straightforward stuff. Next, you'll want to give your Google Doc a name so that you can find it later. You're going to click on the upper left field on your screen. That's where it says Untitled Document. And then you're going to type in a new title. It can be anything you choose, but a name that describes your content of the document is most helpful. If you don't know what the title is right now, just type in sample document. Your new document can contain any information you want. You might have to make a document containing your favorite recipes from an agenda for a meeting or a family newsletter. It just depends on what the topic is and what you'd like to display. Okay, so in the document, you're going to type in a sentence or two. You can choose any words from it or any words that you would want to put on it, even a short random sentence or a song lyric that you like. Whatever you type, just make sure that you know that's automatically saved, so you don't have to technically save anything. You don't have to control save anything as if you would do a Word document. I know in Word, you usually would have to there's no auto save, so you would have to manually save it. But in Google Docs, you don't have to. Google Docs automatically saves your work for you. So now it's your turn. Create and title a Google Doc, then type in a few words in it. To create a Google Doc, you're going to click New, and then a menu with options will open. Then you're going to select Google Docs. Then after that, you're going to retitle your Google Doc by typing your new title in the upper left corner of your doc. After that, you're going to type a few words or a sentence into your new document. The words you choose aren't important. Just pick the ones you remember in a few minutes, maybe like song lyrics or a line from your favorite poem or just sample document. This next module, you'll learn how to create a folder. We'll be exploring ways to keep your Google Drive neat and well organized, so that that you can find the files that you need when you do need them. So in this module, you'll open your drive and then create a document in a folder in your drive. Once you've created both, you'll be able to see what your Google Drive can do and be able to understand how to keep yours organized. Remember, your files can be saved automatically, so you don't need to do anything to save them. Navigate back to your Google Drive by clicking Tab. That shows your Google Drive. That shows your drive. Your next step is to make a folder by clicking the same New button from before in the upper left corner. Um, Next, a menu will appear. Then you're going to select Folder. You're going to type a name in for the folder. Just type in something like My New Folder, and then you're going to click Create. And now that you've created Google Docs and folders, we'll move on to the next section to where you'll know how to organize them within your Google Drive. So now it's your turn. Create and name a folder. First, click New to open the menu. Next, click Folder to create your new folder, and then you're going to type in a new name for the folder. Move a document into a folder. So imagine you had hundreds of documents inside your drive. You'll need to organize them to easily locate the files you wanted to access. Oof. But how? The same way you'd organize digital files on your computer desktop or in a filing cabinet by using the same folders. In this module, you'll learn how to move files into folders by moving your document. Excuse me. So in this step, you'll move your file into the folder that you've just created. You're going to click on the icon of the file that you want to move. You're going to hold down your mouse or trackpad button as you drag the file into the folder. You're going to double click the folder. It should open up to reveal the file that you have saved inside. So now it's your turn. Create and title a Google Doc. You're going to click on the file. And you're going to drag it into the folder, as you can see in the GIF. The next module, you're going to create a structure for your Google Drive. Google Drive works the same way. You decide where you want to put everything, and it's up to you to decide what organizational structure will work best for you. So let's get started. So here's one way you can structure your Google Drive. Inside your work folder, you have subfolders for each major project that you're doing. So these folders can contain files related to that particular project or client. And client inside your personal project folders, you can have one subfolder for each personal project that you're working on. Um, or you can have a family household folder that can contain one subfolder for your household budget, one for your family vacation plan, and another for your home repair info. So don't stress too much about structuring your Google Drive right now, but just know that you can always make changes to the folders later and move around the files, whatever way makes sense. For now, just think of two or three main categories of the documents that you'll need to organize in your Google Drive. So I'll give you a few moments to think of two or three main categories of your documents for your documents. So don't spend too long thinking of the perfect categories. You can always change the folders later. Thank you. Create each folder the same way you did at the beginning of the lesson. You're going to click New, and you're going to select Folder, and then you're going to type a name on your folder. Okay, adding color to the folders. So having bright colors on your folders can make it easier to quickly find the folder that you're looking for. In this module, you'll learn how to add colors to your folders. So color coding your folders will help you easily find them at a glance. To choose a color for your folder, you're going to right click or control click on the folder. A menu of options will open. Then you're going to select change color. A menu of color options will appear. And then you're going to click on the color you want. Um, as you add more folders to your to your drive, you're going to choose a different color for each one. This way, when you open your drive, you'll be able to quickly identify the folder that you're looking for. So now it's your turn to try it. You're going to right click or control click on the folder. From the menu that opens up, you're going to select change color. And then a menu of color options should appear. And you're going to click on the color that you want. So star folders. In this module, it's a great way to make it easier to access files and folders just by adding a star. So adding a star to your file or folder will move it to the starred section of your Google Drive. So you'll find it quickly and much easier. You may want to do this with the files that you open every day with like current work projects. But in this module, you'll learn how to add a star to your file. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. To add a star to your file that's already open, you're just going to click on the star icon that's next to the file's title. Now let's talk about how to add a how to start a file and a folder from your drive. First, you're going to right click or control click that folder, and then you're going to add to start. Once you've done that, you'll be able to select start from the menu on the left side to see all your starred files and folders. Now it's your turn to add a start to the folder. First, you're going to right click and or control click the folder. Then you're going to select add to start. So moving files and folders. Once you've added files and folders to your Google Drive, you'll be able to arrange and rearrange them in any way you want. Um, oops. So to move a folder, first you're going to create a second folder. From Drive, you're going to select New, and then you're going to select Folder. You'll be prompted to the name of your folder by simply typing in a new name. So don't think too hard about this. You can always name it a second folder for now. A second folder has been created in your Google Drive. Now you're going to move the new folder into your first folder. You're going to click and hold your mouse button down on your new folder, then drag it to the second folder. Now it's your turn to move a folder into a new one. First, you're going to create a second folder from Google Drive by selecting New. Then you're going to select New Folder. Then you're going to type in a new name for the folder. And a second folder has been created for your Google Drive. Renaming a file or folder. So after you've created folders, you're not stuck with them. You can create a folder at any different time and delete them. So if you need to change the names of the folders or get rid of the folder entirely, I will show you how to do that momentarily. So you can change the name of the folders you create by right-clicking on the folders or selecting rename. You're going to type in a new name for your folder, and then you're going to select OK. So now it's your turn to practice. Rename a folder or delete one, and then restore a folder. So to rename your folder, you're going to right-click or control-click on the folder to open the menu. Then you're going to select rename, and then you're going to type in a new name of the folder, and then select OK. This next module, I'll teach you how to delete and restore a file folder. So if you no longer need a folder, you can get rid of it easily by deleting it, and I'm going to show you how. So first, you're going to click on one of the folders and drag it to trash on the left side of your screen. You can move any files that you no longer want into trash in the same way. Another way to move files to the trash is to right click or control click on them and then select delete. Once you move a file to the trash, it will remain there for 30 days, and at which point it will be permanently deleted. You can also empty your trash at any time to permanently delete all its contents. If you delete a folder, you'll delete all the files inside. So if you decide to delete a folder, be sure to move any files you may want to keep out of the folder before you delete it. If you decide that you don't want a folder to be deleted, just click open the trash, and then you're going to right click and it will open the menu to give you options to restore or delete forever. You're going to select restore, and that should ultimately bring you back. So now it's your turn to practice. Rename a folder or delete them and then restore it. So to delete a folder, you're going to drag one of your folders to the trash. You're going to restore, you're going to click on trash to restore it. You're going to open it, and you're going to right click to the folder and then select restore. Search your drive. So one of the Google Drive's best features is the ability to find any files or folders using a search tool. You can search for files using the file name or even by words or numbers that are included in that file. So if I'm looking for a spreadsheet that contains information about my monthly budget, but I can't remember the name of the file, I can keep searching for the word budget but I can also search for the words that are included in the spreadsheet, like rent or groceries, or even even a number account that I know that has been typed into that file. So, in order to do so, there's a search bar at the top of your screen. It says "Search in Google Drive." You're going to type in one or more words from the sentences you wrote into your Google Doc, and you're going to press Enter or Return to your keyboard. You'll also see a list of any files that include words, the words that you've searched for. Your doc should appear on this list. So now it's your turn. Type in one or two or a few more words from your document into the search bar at the top of the Google Drive, and then you're going to press Enter or Return. Sharing file access. So, along with Google Drive, they give you this component that allows you to share access to any file that you want, depending on who that person is. It's up to you. So, with that, it allows digital collaborations to help people work and communicate effectively, even if they are in different locations. So, to share access to an individual file from your drive, you're going to right click the file that you want to share. You're going to select share, and then that will open up the share menu. And then you're going to type in the email addresses that you want to share with on the file. Jesus. Now that you type in the addresses of the person that you want to share your file with, choose what type of access to give them. So you have three options. You can either choose them as an editor, that allows them to make changes, a commentator that allows them to leave comments, or a viewer that allows them to be able to read the document but not make any changes or comments. And once you're done, you're going to click send. Now that you've typed in, sorry, I'm back. Now that you're trying to share a file with someone, you'll need their email address to do it. So start by right clicking or control clicking the file, and then select share, and this will open up the share menu. And then you're going to type in the email addresses of the people that you want to share a file with, and then after that you're going to click send. Now let's talk about how to share access to the entire folder. When you share access to a folder, the people you share with will be able to open all the files within that folder. So let me show you how to do it. So if you want to share all the files contained within the folder, the process is similar to the one we just went through for sharing individual files. You're going to select the folder by right clicking or control clicking it. You're going to select share, and a share menu will open. Now that you've entered a person's email address, choose whether to give them an edit, comment, or view access. Type in a note to explain why that you're sharing this folder with them, and then you're going to click done. Everyone who you just invited to share your folder will receive an email letting them know that you've received access and a link to the folder. Here's an optional activity. Share a photo with someone you know. So you'll need to know their email addresses. Here's how. You're going to right click or control click the photo that you want to share. You're going to select share, and then you're going to type in the email address of that person. And after that, you're going to click done. And then you're going to choose the level of the edit access to give you this person either be an editor or commenter or viewer. And if you'd like, you can also add a note of your choosing. And then when you're ready, you'll click send. Now let's talk about how to see files and folders that's been shared with you on the opposite end. For your drive, you're going to click shared with me, and you'll be able to see files and folders that others have shared with you. You'll also see the person who shared it and the date it was shared. Now it's your turn to see the files that has been shared with you. From the menu on the left side of the screen, you're going to click shared with me. and it should open. Learn from anywhere. So if you'd like to learn more skills you can apply to your life, career, or job search, Google has training resources that you can access remotely. There are different learning paths and options for it. So we'll talk about these tools and determine which ones make sense for you right now. Apply Digital Skills is a free training curriculum that helps you with more skills that you might want to learn, from data analysis to research and communication to resume writing. Grow with Google, grow your digital skills no matter where you're located. Through online workshops, you can learn skills that can help you stay connected and productive and grow your skills while you prepare for the career that you want. So if you're curious about workshops that you can take virtually from home, visit g.co/grow on air on your current virtual digital skills workshops and their descriptions, and be sure to check out workshops that go deeper into the tools that we discussed today. If you want to quickly sharpen your skills, there's also Primer. Primer is a free app that you can download to your phone. It's on both Google Play Store and Android Store. It's an app that offers 5 minutes lessons focused on conducting productive job search, adding digital skills to your resume, and much, much more. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I hope you learned something, and I will see you on the next episode.